It is always very wicked, and I consider it, downright evil of a guy that knew that this girl was very passionate about her career, and then suddenly, because she's married to you, you now decide, oh, quit your job and sit at home and be a housewife. I can take care of you. But why? That's not the point. It's not like a needle that has no thread in it, just needle by itself. If a needle by itself gets lost, it will be difficult to find, but if you see the thread, you can still use the thread to trace and find the needle. That was deep. Just because your husband got angry and boom, decided to punch the wall, just so he doesn't punch you, how long is he going to punch the wall for before you become a huge substitute? Let me introduce you. Hey, oh hi, if it's your first time here, my name is Adenike or Olori Esho. On this channel, I create content that relates to love, marriage, and lifestyle. So if you're interested in any of those things, please subscribe to the channel, thumbs up this video, check out my other videos, and let me know down below that you are a new subscriber, all right? Thank you. So today, we're going to be talking about 10 questions that you need to ask him or ask her or ask yourself before getting married. And when I say 10 questions, I don't mean literally go and sit that person down and start questioning them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that either by getting to know the person, or maybe even having to ask the person, observing the person, spending time with the person, dating the person, throughout the course of your relationship, you should have answers to at least these 10 questions before getting married. Now, don't use these questions as the beginning and end of the things that only matter in a relationship or in dating someone or in getting married to someone. No, there are a lot of things that I cannot possibly cover in one video. There are questions and issues you should be at peace with as regards the person you're dating and yourself, really, before you start dating the person. Okay? Understood? Awesome. Let's get into it. Question number 1. How does the person handle anger? Personally, as an individual, as a human being, okay, as a person that is living and walking on the face of the earth, how does this human handle anger? How does he behave when he's angry? How does she behave when he's angry? Is this someone that throws things? Is she someone that smashes things? Does she hit people? Does he hit people? Does he hit things? It's not just about hitting people alone. Sometimes hitting things itself can be worse. Does he punch holes in the walls? Are people going to come visit your home and be seeing holes all over your house just because your husband got angry and boom, decided to punch the wall just so he doesn't punch you? How long is he going to punch the wall for before you become a huge substitute? And for ladies as well, yes, how does the lady handle or manage anger or being angry? How do they behave when they are angry? Not in an isolated situation, but in repeated situations. What is constant in their behavior? Do they spend time to calm down? Do they walk away, or do they react immediately and then now start apologizing later? You need to know. Question number 2. Does this person expect you to change in any area, to adjust in any area, or do you expect the person to change or adjust in any area? And I'm talking about, be it in terms of job, as a man, do you want her to become a housewife even though she's working right now? Does he expect you to become a housewife even though you're working right now? Do you expect him to leave his job and take care of the kids when you have kids because your own job pays better than his? Different areas. Are there areas that you expect him or her to change after getting married? Because guess what? Marriage does not change people, okay? It's back in the days that they used to say, why are often, just is a lie. Look for wife for him, or wait till she gets married, she will calm down. It don't work like that no more, okay? What you see before you get married is going to be amplified after you get married. Just think about it that way. Okay, so if certain changes are expected in your relationship, either from you or from the person, either way, you need to understand it and know if there are things you can deal with before getting married to that person. It is always very wicked, and I consider it, downright evil of a guy that knew that this girl was very passionate about her career and her work and what she does. When he met her, that was where you met her, in the place of work, in the place of hard work, in the place of hustle. And then suddenly, because she's married to you, you now decide, oh, quit your job and sit at home and be a housewife. I can take care of you. Well, why? That's not the point. You taking care of us is not the point. And those are the little things that causes issues in relationships and marriages and all of that. So are there changes that are expected from the parties? You need to know before you get married. Question number 3, is he or she quick to forgive? How does the person handle forgiveness? Do they hold things over your head until Jesus comes? Do you do something wrong and then the person will now say, that was how you did this in 1992 when we were at a filling station to buy petrol, and I was telling you that was how you did it again in 1995 in front of Tioluwanile Church. And how does the person forgive? How do you forgive? Does the person forgive and forget? Or does the person forgive but never forget? And every time you make another mistake, they carry out your heap of mistakes and start counting it for you and start reminding you. How does the person handle forgiveness? How do you personally handle forgiveness? As the person done things you can forgive, things you can live with, or there are things that are constantly bugging you. You need to know and you need to deal with them now. Number 4, how involved are his or her family in his or her life? You need to know as well. Now, this is not necessarily a question you want to ask because you don't want to come off as, oh, I don't want to have to deal with your family, or oh, I don't like your family. You don't want to come across as that kind of person. But through observing and seeing the relationship that person has with their family, you're able to tell and know how involved, how much authority, how much hold do they have on this person. Do they tell him or her what to do? Do they still make decisions for him or her? How involved are they in that person's day-to-day life and living existence in general? Is it someone that is still living at home? Is she someone that is still living at home? Is it someone that is taking care of his entire family? Is she someone that is taking care of her entire family? There's nothing wrong with those things, but you should know so that you can know how to manage your expectations accordingly, and so that you would know how you come in, as a wife and as a priority to that person, so that it doesn't now turn to quarrel and fight later. Number 5, does he or she want children? Okay, people don't talk about these things, but not everybody wants kids. Okay, like, let's be real, it's not everybody that wants children. It's not everybody that wants 10 children. You might want 5, he might want 1, he might not even want at all. She might want 1, he might want 20, she might not even want it all. Do you understand? You need to know. This was something myself and Joyce talked about. Like, do you want children? Do you like kids? Do we plan to have kids? Is it okay if we have only boys? Is it okay if we have only girls? How are you going to behave? Is there a tradition in your family that says that everybody must have only male children? Or that you must get pregnant before we get married? Like, do you get those things or those questions that might seem obvious? Like, oh, why won't she want kids? You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. People want what they want, and that's okay. But you just need to know if your expectations match. Let me say at this point here that it's not set in stone 100% of the time. However, how someone might feel about certain situations, like, oh, the person might say they don't want kids today and then decide tomorrow that they want kids. But is that a risk that you want to take? Do you understand? Are you going to be okay getting married to this person who doesn't want kids, even though you do? Or because you really, really love that person, you're like, oh, I love him or I love her, we're going to find a way to make it work. But then, or maybe, with time and everything, the person will change their mind. But then you get married, 5 years later, the person still hasn't changed their mind. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're now maybe bitter or angry or all of that. So it's better to have conversation about it. At the very least, see if the person is even open to the possibility. Not that, do you understand? So that you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. Number 6, and this one should probably even be number 1. How important is God and faith and religion to that person? Is the person of the same religion as you? Are you okay with it if you're not of the same religion and the same faith background? How are you going to raise your kids? If the person is Muslim and you're Christian, how are you going to raise your kids? Do you have an agreement? Do you have an understanding along that line? Is the person born again Christian? If you're a born again Christian, is this person born again Christian? Is this person as committed to God and sold to God as you are? Do you understand? Is faith and trust in God and walk with God very important to this person, such as it is to you? And then even as for Christians, you need to go deeper, because there are different type of Christianities out there. Amen, somebody? Amen. Are you a candle burning kind of Christian whilst the person is a Bible believing Christian? Are you a vision seeing type of Christian? Are you a go and bring your entire property and sell and type of Christian whilst that person is not, or that person is and you're not? Like, where do you go to church? Who do you answer to? Who speaks into your life? Who speaks into your existence? You need to know before you get married and things start disappearing and they are burning incense at 1 a.m. No, you need to know if you people agree and can walk along the same path. Just like the Bible says, can two walk together unless they agree? That's going to lead me into number 7, which is he or she under authority or accountable to someone? And this is a personal one for me, because I think it's very important to be with someone, or to also be a person, personally, to be a person of, a person that's under authority, whatever or whomever that authority might be. It could be your parents. Yes, God, absolutely God. But I'm talking in physical now, okay? Yes, God, absolutely. By all means, you need to be accountable to God, okay? Yes, but in person, do you understand? Is this person accountable to his parents? Is it or to his pastor, or to a mentor, or someone? It's not someone, it's not like how do they say it in Yoruba? Abereti olokundi. It's not like a needle that has no thread in it, just needle by itself. If a needle by itself gets lost, it will be difficult to find, but if you see the thread, you can still use the thread to trace and find the needle. That was deep. Don't deny it. Don't be shy. It's okay. It was deep. My point being, it's important to be with someone that is under authority. It's very, very important. So if you are a person that is under authority and you're with someone who isn't, then, it becomes difficult for that person to understand the point of being under authority, or the purpose, or why, why is it necessary, So, yeah, you need to find out and make sure whatever the case is, at the very least, you both agree. Number 8, does the person drink, smoke, party, club, owambe, ashwebi, whatever? Yes. And how do you feel about it? You also need to know, okay, so that these things don't catch you off guard, so that you don't feel like you were betrayed or you were lied to or something. If for you those are things that you're not interested in, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with someone wanting to club or party or do or I'm just saying that if those are things that are important to you but not important to that person, you're going to have some sort of conflict. Okay, there should be like some sort of understanding. Are you the type to spend 100k on Ashwebi, but this person is looking at you like, why? So how are you going to bridge the gap? How are you going to meet each other halfway? Does the person smoke? Is he a chimney? 20 packs a day? No, I'm joking. But does the person drink? Is he a drinker? Does he like his bar constantly stocked? and you were just, you know, you don't care. Like, just know and have a clear understanding that, okay, this is it and this is what I'm getting myself into, or this is the person I want to be with, and yes, that's how I roll. You carry one bottle, I carry three, and we roll together. Do you get? Whatever works for you, but you just need to know. Number 9, do you like and support what the person does for a living? Yes, his job, her job, your job, the person's job. Do you people like what you both do? Like, you like what he does and he likes what you do. Do you understand? It's important. You might think, oh, as long as money is entering. No. What if it's a Yahoo boy? I'm just saying. What if it's an actress? What if she's an actress and she does a lot of kissing on screen? I'm a filmmaker. I know that we can sometimes do 5 takes and you people are topping each other's lips. You know, how is that going to make you feel, or how is that going to make him feel? Not a situation where you will now wait till you get married and now be saying, hey, you cannot do this, so you can go to work but you have to be back at 5. You can but you have to you know. Do you like what the person does? Does he like what you do, or does she like what you do if you're a guy? Number 10, and this is a very, 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 very important one. What is important to that person? What does the person find as priority? You know, this is an open-ended one, because you need to know where the person, you need to know where the person's mindset is. Who does the person turn to when in trouble? You know, is it God? Is it money? What does the person find important? Is it family? Is it money? Is it God? Is it faith? Is it church? Is it, like, you know, what is important to that person? And do you also find that thing or those things important as well? Those are some 10 questions that you can ask before getting married, or that you should have answers to before getting married. Like I said at the beginning of the video, there are many other questions, many other issues that I did not even get to. So how about we talk about those ones down below in the comment section? Share your thoughts and comments on the ones I mentioned and the ones I did not mention as well. Let's continue the conversation as always down below in the comment section. Check out my other videos as well. Don't just click out on my channel and go away like that. That's not fair. Like this video if you haven't, subscribe to the channel if you aren't, and you know how we do it. I pray God blesses you, your home, your marriages, your relationships, but most importantly, I pray God blesses you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. Remain in God, and God bless you. Mwah. Bye.